Hello, hello. Hello, friends. How is everyone doing today? I decided to get a bit dressed up for various reasons, which I might mention later in this video. Uh, but I am very excited to be getting to finish this game today. I've been told that I should be able to get to the end. I am realizing I didn't bring a drink, so it's going to be a very long-winded... I might have to go grab a drink. I was in a bit of a hurry today. So I'll see about... I'm gonna wait and see if we get anyone coming in. Actually, see, this is what happens, you know, you think you're ready to stream and then you realize, oh hey, I forgot to do such and such thing because I was doing other such and such thing. So I didn't grab a drink. It wouldn't be so bad, except I know that this game is very heavy on the reading, so I might need... Okay, I will be right back, actually. There we go. So no fake sponsors today. It's just a good old cup of water. Well, jar of water. I mean, I guess I could fake sponsor that Herida's Salsa is going to sponsor me. But probably not, since I'm not drinking their salsa, just drinking water out of a salsa jar. As one do, you know? I have a lot of jars just lying about. I use them as cups, because it's like they make really good water bottles. Just some good old water. So I know I'm going to need it for this game. So this is going to be part 2. I believe it will be the finale of Ace in Space, which I am very excited for. I was really enjoying it last week, but I had to wrap it up a little bit sooner than I normally go, just because various reasons, mostly work related, which is also a bit why I'm frazzled today, but it's fine. Let's see. I see one viewer in, so that's nice. Trying to give it a few minutes. I was late on informing people. I did put out a tweet, but I also put, for some reason it didn't submit when I was trying to do it 5 minutes early, so I ended up submitting it 2 minutes late, and it just is what it is, you know? The life of a Twitch streamer. It's honestly, I was never really expected that I would be a Twitch streamer, but I guess Twitch streaming has only been a big thing recently. I say recently, I mean like the past few years, but I don't know. I always wanted to be a YouTuber, so being a Twitch streamer is definitely, I won't say more fun, but it's different. It's a different type of fun. Similar, but different at the same time. Oh, I'm suddenly remembering that we're going to have to remember what all of the voices were for everyone. Let's see, I want to make sure. I did double check my settings, but I also feel like I'm kind of all over the place today. Alright, so I think we're just gonna hop right into it. I forget where we left off. I know we had just met... I'm really bad with names. Really bad with names. We just met the dude. Canadian-French dude. Pierre. Right? Maybe? I think it's Pierre. Well, we'll find out. I know that. I think that's where we had left off. We had just met him, and we were about to move on to the next, whatever the next interaction was. I think we just picked the new name. Well, we didn't, but the story-wise, we just got the name of the new civilization, or the new world, rather. Named. I forget. Neoterra. That's what it was named. I like how I remember the name of the colony better than I remember the names of any of the individuals. That's alright. Alright, we are going to hop right into it. I'm making sure that everything is looking good. Average render time per frame is 3 milliseconds. Excuse you. Don't do it. Can you see her? Ha! You got caught on camera. She was trying to jump up to the flag. Okay. Anyway, let us begin. We're going to hop right back where we were at. I believe I saved immediately, so let's see. We're going to load. All right. So it looks like we were about to go speak with Fern. I love the music in this game. Like, I mean, the entire sound. Okay, so first off, I want to say a few things. Because I know at the beginning of the last one, I was kind of like, I know I read some bad reviews for it and such. I realize now that most of the bad reviews, which there aren't a lot, but the ones that, the bad reviews are mostly about the fact that this is more like a graphic novel than it is like a game. Which, I mean, it's kind of whatever. Those are kind of my favorite types of things to play, where you can just go through and just like have this experience. So it's definitely fun. Because I know we get occasional choices that like affect what we're doing first or what we're doing and such and all of that. But it's not. There's not a lot of like gameplay mechanics or anything. But so far, I've been really enjoying the visuals, especially, and the sound design. Been absolutely wonderful. I love how, like, at moments, I'm sure we'll probably hear more. Like, I'm not going to go too much into it because I want to see how the game ends and everything. I know that I'll probably get, like, an ending, so not the ending. But I definitely think that this one would be a fun one to go back in and try and get a different ending at some point. Well, we'll kind of see. We haven't really decided on what we haven't met all of the contenders, because I know this is technically a dating game. We haven't met all of the contenders yet, all of the participants. But yeah, so anyway, I was talking about the sound design. At times it like crescendos, and then I don't know, I'll point it out when it happens. I always do. Anyway, so let's see. For anybody who isn't aware of what's going on so far, anybody who hasn't either didn't catch the beginning of it or doesn't know what this game is, we are playing as a character named Envy, who is non-binary, hence Envy, and they have terminal cancer, trigger warning. So there is a lot of talk with medicine and such, and impending terminal, yeah, you get the point. So there's a lot of talk about that, but we are playing as this character Envy, who has been swept away, abducted, very kindly, by extraterrestrial robotic guardians who are wanting to create a utopian world, a utopian society where individuals who were less advantageous on Earth, we shall say. Those who were either terminally ill, who were mistreated, those who were homeless and didn't have other places to be and such, all voluntarily were asked if they wanted to come and then brought here. So to this world that is now being dubbed Neoterra. So that's definitely nice. But so far so that's basically where we're at so far. We've met a big host of characters, and I think there's more to be learned, more to introduce as well. We shall see. And I'm trying to remember the voices that I had for each individual character, and we're about to meet Fern, who I was having a bit too much fun with the voices last time, so we'll see. Anyway, okay, so we just came from a town meeting, or I guess planet meeting, a societal meeting, and now we're visiting with Fern. I found Fern quite quickly after entering the greenhouse. They were examining a small flower bed when I approached. So here's Envy, and over here, this is Fern. Oh, hello there, Envy. Did you have more questions for me? No, I just thought I would see if you needed any help or company. I love their aesthetic. Did I maybe go for something that sort of matched their aesthetic within my aesthetic? Maybe. Who's to say? I would love both if you don't mind. Not at all. What do you need help with? Pruning the flowers. Do you have any shears I can use? Of course, let me grab you some. A few moments later, I was equipped with shears and a bucket. As we worked, I once again noticed Fern eating the trimmings. I didn't realize you could eat. I am not eating them. We use them for compost. I am merely collecting them. They are thrown in with the food scraps from your homes. Oh, that makes sense. My body can also collect rainwater, but since we use hydroponics now, there is really no functional reason. That's fair. I noticed the other officers in the greenhouse seem different. Are they newer models? No, they are older than I am. Oh, I thought you were the oldest. I understand why. My body is quite different from the others in my sector. Do you mind me asking about it? Not at all. I am quite used to it by now. See, he's got all of these creatures, so they're just like on him. Oh, you can only partially see Envy. Hold on. Let me shrink. I want you to be able to see. This is Envy. There we go. So I will be smaller in the corner so that way you can actually properly see Envy. I guess I should have checked that before. Oh, it's fine. Why is it so different? There was an accident on one of the planets before this. My body was broken and my light was weakening. Light. Okay. Is that their life source? Or is it... I would have passed on if Zipper had not intervened. Zipper, of course, is our favorite RoboCat boy. What did Zipper do? They were developing a new technique for placing light into a form. They used the technique to transfer my light into this body as it was the only one available at the time. Was it difficult to adjust? I mean, I would imagine so. I guess this would be where he collects rainwater. So like it falls in here and then collects in this reservoir back behind him where the egg's nest is. It's an itty bitty mushroom. I love the character design of this one. Like, where's Hogarth? Iron Giant. You need Hogarth. Was it difficult to adjust? Yes. Simple answer. I lost the use of one of my hands, which took some time to get used to. Other than that, it is quite similar to functioning in my original body. I'm glad you've been able to adjust. That would be weird. Could you imagine being like transported into somebody else's body? See, body swap is just a weird idea in general. Moving your consciousness from one body to another. Shape-shifting, much more pleasing, much more palatable than body swapping. I am as well. Although, unfortunately, it seems...
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, ma'am? Excuse you, ma'am. What are you doing?
She thought I wasn't gonna catch her. I don't think so. Just because I have headphones on doesn't mean I'm not aware of what's going on around me.
Lois, what you doing, baby girl? What you doing? Come say hi? Oh, hi, bud. You gonna come over? I know my hands smell like nail polish. I'm sorry. I can still pet you. You know my hand. I know. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Although, unfortunately, it seems as if I might not have much time left in this form. Oh no! Why is that, Fern? Why do you say that?
Hello, bug. How are you?
I can feel my light flickering at times. Oh no, Fern! It was not meant for this body.
Hello, bug.
Tail. Very mild cat intermission. He just wants some lap time. That's fine. It's time for lap nap. Hello! Let's see. It was not meant for this body. Could Zipper put you in another body, a newer one? The energy it took last time has caused my light to weaken. I fear it may be too weak to survive another transfer. I'm so sorry. Don't be. You're sick as well, aren't you? I am. Zipper thinks they may be able to help me, but I think I might be too far gone. Aw, NB, don't lose faith. You never know. Are you afraid? Yes, aren't you? I don't fear death. Death is a part of the cycle of life. Aw, Fern. What about after? After death? Yes. When I die, my light will return to the universe and my body may be disposed to help others. May be used. Okay, it might be used to help others. So, how is your body going to be used to help others? Yeah, what do you mean by that? Many of my parts are outdated and are unable to help my people, but these animals and plants have begun to use my body as a home. Well, they can still use your body as a home even when you're still using it. They're already doing it. We got this one all wrapped up real cozy. We got this one who's just chilling out. And then this one's got a whole family starting on the back of your head. I hope that when I die, they will continue to do so. You recycle bodies when someone has passed on? Oh, don't be so shocked. They're robots. Living robots, yes, but they're still robots. I'm assuming it's kind of like Autobot type of rules where the light is like the spark of the Ultron or the oh gosh Energon. I'm getting my universes mixed up. Don't at me. Don't come for me, Transformers geeks and Marvel geeks. I'm a Marvel geek. Yes, it is not unlike organ donation. Hey, if you're able to, be an organ donor. I have no use for the parts when I'm gone. Oh yeah, I guess so. What do you believe happens after death? I don't know. Is that why you are afraid? Yes. Do you want to know what happens? Yes. No. Maybe? You will be at peace. Your light will join the universe. Your body will become one with the planet once again and give life to the organisms around it. Or, if you would prefer, it will join the stars. I think I might like to be with the stars. Should I be here when your time is up, I will see to it that you become one with the stars. Oh, Fur! Thank you. I hope it isn't for a long time. I quite like your company. Aw, I like yours as well. Can I ask you something, Envy? Sure. Are you also afraid to live? Ooh, got some narrowed eyes going. What's up? What do you mean? With self-awareness, we are burdened with the knowledge that our lives are finite. This often seems to lead people into living their lives in fear of the inevitable. Yeah, don't I know it? They forget to enjoy their time and make memories. They isolate themselves from loved ones. They do things that make them unhappy. Some seek death while also fearing it. I was like that for a time after the accident, but then I surrounded myself with the things I love. I refused to do anything that made me unhappy. I decided to live as much as I can while I can. I mean, honestly, that's some pretty good life advice right there. I mean, like, obviously we can't avoid everything that makes us, frustrated or anything like that, but to avoid things that make you unhappy isn't necessarily a bad thing. There's some things where responsibilities that kind of meh, but you gotta get them done. But yeah, spending every day trying to live to the best. Let's see. I don't know what to do with the time I have left. I want to be remembered. I'm afraid of suffering. I don't know what to do with the time I have left. I mean, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that one. 'Cause, yeah, okay. I don't know what to do with the time I have left. Do what makes you happy. Be with those who make you happy. I would like to spend more time with you. I'm not sure what makes me happy anymore. Aw. Well, I mean, I would like to spend more time with Fern, but would that narrow down our choices that we wouldn't be able to meet other people? I really like Fern. Do we want to date Fern, I suppose, is the question. Because I don't, but I would like to have Fern as a friend. We'll say I'm not sure what makes me happy anymore. I'm sorry. I tend to forget that this is a sensitive subject for most people. Maybe we should talk about something less grim. Yeah. Alright, Fern's music is back. Chick flick moment has ended. I have been meaning to ask you about those animals you have on you. What about them? Are they your pets? No, obviously they're not his pets. They're pets. I apologize. I apologize, Fern. No, we are on friendly terms, but I am mostly just a walking home for them. Mobile home. Sorry, buddy. Oh, I see. They're all very interesting creatures. Would you like to hear more about them? I'd love to. Info dump away, please. I love when people info dump. And Fern loves to info dump. Fern isn't the only one who loves to info dump in this game. I'm not calling myself out. I know I can ramble, so please tell me if I start to bore you. Of course. Let's see. There's one on my back I have named Sunny. Aww. They could easily be related to the chickens of Earth. Could you? Maybe one of those like silky, like a silky chicken where it's like really, really fluffy. Judging from the eggs they are nesting, how much longer until their eggs hatch? By my calculations, any day now. Aw, so does that mean that one of these days we're gonna come over to see Fern and they're gonna have just a bunch of like baby chicken bird terra creatures? Because that's gonna be really cute. That must be exciting. Oh, look at that smile. You're going to be gifted with babies soon. Yes, I am very excited. You'll have to let me know when they've hatched. You will be the first to know. Aww. Fern and I talked some more about each of the creatures on their body. At times, they went on about things I didn't understand, but hearing them talk so passionately about them was really endearing. I helped Fern with pruning for a while before they decided it was time for us to take a break. They picked some fruit for me and the animals to munch on while we sat near the flower beds. A few members of my team are going to be heading to Earth at some point this week to pick up some specimens for the greenhouse. Are there any foods you miss that I should ask them to bring back? Strawberries. Bring strawberries and tomatoes and spinach. Please. Especially spinach. I thought about it for a moment while finishing the bite of food in my mouth. I miss coconut milk. Ew. I mean, no offense to those who like coconut milk, it's just not my thing. How are you gonna fit a coconut tree in the greenhouse? Listen, I didn't say plum trees, I said strawberry plants, you know, things that are usually contained within hydroponic grow beds. I don't know if Fern's music is my favorite, but I think it might be my favorite. Haven't decided. We'll see. Do you think it would be possible to plant coconut trees here? I was actually thinking about them myself. Coconuts are an incredibly versatile plant. That they are. Peanuts would be nice too. Although they are a major allergen. We do have plans to grow various nuts once the medical sector is able to find a cure for allergies, or we are able to engineer a hypoallergenic version of the plant. That would be cool. Cure for allergies. I mean, apparently there is ways to reverse allergies. My niece had allergy shots for several years. She would get like monthly shot, like on and off. And suddenly she's not allergic to peanuts anymore. So she went from being like severely allergic to now she can eat peanut butter. And I'm like, what? Sorcery. Perfect. We have coffee, chocolate. I can't really think of anything else I miss. Strawberries, spinach, tomatoes. I think those are the only things that I would desperately miss. I'm glad. I mean, coffee and tea. Do you have tea plants? You better have tea plants. Good golly. I had a lovely cup of tea earlier out of a mug that that one of my best friends got me from as a birthday gift. If you happen to think of anything else, let me know. I will see what I can do. Will do. I noticed a set of beady eyes staring at the last piece of fruit in my hand. Which one? Which one? Is that one? I offered it to the bird, Sunny, yeah, who seemed very pleased as they ate it in one big bite. Someone is hungry. You'd think I'd never feed you, Sunny. You think I just never feed you. Yeah, I know how that is, huh, Bug? Clearly. Apparently, I can't read today. I guess I should return to my work. I should probably get to work myself. It was nice seeing you again, Fern. Likewise, Envy. Feel free to come by anytime. Happily, Fern. Thank you, bud. Once my report was finished and sent to Ariel for distribution, I opened up my laptop and looked at a bunch of recipes involving coconut. Oh no, I've forgotten Ella's voice. I think Ella's voice I did very, like, feminine, but not as bubbly as... Names. I can't do names. NB, should I add these recipes to my database? Yes, please. It may be a while before we have the proper ingredients, but once we do, I want to try them. Oh. Yeah, no, I can't read today. It may be a while before we have the proper ingredients, but once we do, I want to try them all. Of course, NB. I will submit a request to have these coconuts delivered whenever they become available. It might be a little while. You gotta grow the plants. You gotta collect the plants, then you gotta grow them, then you have to be able to distribute them amongst the 300 individuals that are here. I think, aren't people allergic to coconut? Coconut is an allergen too. I mean, I guess anything is an allergen if you look too hard. Thank you, Ella. All right. So this is a big part of this game where, so one of the big reasons why NB was chosen to come to this utopian world, this utopian society, is because they have this blog that they are keeping updated, which along with the story of of their illness as they're going about both trying to recover from it, and then how the chemotherapy wasn't working anymore. So, blog post. A week has passed since the last town hall meeting. There weren't any major decisions made this time around, but we did discuss some additions to the settlement. The new booths in the market were mentioned. A few of them caught my attention, including a candle maker and a pastry stall. Ooh, that would be fun. Aside from that, news of the theater's completion had been buzzing with excitement. Yeah! What kind of theater are we talking? Are we talking about show theater, or are we talking about cinema? Because very important distinctions. Sarah, that's what their name is. Okay. The additions for a play written. All right. Thank you for immediately answering the question that I just asked. Okay. So it is a play theater. Okay. The additions for a play written by Sarah were posted. I had no plans to audition myself, but I was curious to find out what it was about. On the sheet, there was very little information other than the fact Sarah was looking to cast a male lead and a few smaller roles. Not surprising in the slightest, Pierre was the very first to sign up. Why is that? Oh, right, because Pierre is trying to be an actor. I believe. I've forgotten. He's currently the butcher. What I did find surprising was the fact that Sarah had decided she would not only write the play, but direct it and star in it. The meeting ended up being over quite quickly, and I was able to finish my newsletter shortly after it ended. With the rest of the day available to do whatever I please, I decided I should... visit Forge. That would be so much fun. Go to my treatment. Ooh, then we could see Zipper. I do love Zipper. Visit the market. We could see all of those cool new shops that have just opened, or we can stay home. Well, we're not gonna stay home. We got a lot of things that we could do. We don't get the option to see Forge very often, so I think I'm leaning towards that. It might be a quick meeting. Forge is usually very busy. Even when they're taking a break, they're always working. But I still want to see Forge. We're gonna go with Forge. Visit Forge at the Forge. I decided to ask Forge for their help since my laptop began acting up recently. Does Forge do simple things like fixing a laptop that's having some issues? The door chimed and slid open as I approached. The thought. Need to take a sip of hydration juice. And by that I mean water. Alright, the door chimed and slid open as I approached. They were nowhere to be seen, but I heard their voice call out to me. I will be with you shortly. Okay, no rush. I walked further into the workshop, looking around for somewhere to have a seat while I waited. The only place that seemed safe was at Forge's desk. I hope they don't mind. I could hear some rustling in a nearby room. It sounded like they were searching for a part and having no luck. Hold on. There we go. Okay. I took the time I had alone in the room to get a closer look at the devices lying around. Some of the pieces seemed familiar. In what ways? A pump for a small hydroponic planter, control panel for a home computer unit, some sort of speaker. On the table there was a few different prosthetics in various stages of being worked on. I'd seen a few people around the settlement with missing limbs, so I assumed these were innovative adaptations Forge was working on. The rustling continued for a moment and then stopped. From the other room, I heard Forge emit a sighing sound. Do you need help with something? There was a beat of silence. Yes. Okay. We love somebody who admits to needing help. Definitely. Like, more power to you. Alright, what can we do? Forge peeked out of a door at the end of the hall. How can we help, Forge? In here. Their head disappeared back into the room and the door slid shut. I stood up from their desk and made my way through the cluttered hall. Forge ushered me in quickly and manually closed the door behind me. The room seemed to be a supply closet of some sort. Can you not reach something? Do you need something under the shelf? Because I'm pretty sure you're taller. So I can't reach the top shelf. Well, I mean, who knows? It's relative. You look like you might be an inch relative. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe. It was quite cramped with the two of us in it. Is everything okay? Listen. We both fell silent. After a few seconds, I could hear something moving on one of the shelves. I tried to see what it was, but I was too short to peer onto the shelf. What is it? I like their shocked face. Their shocked face is really funny. Fern says it is a harmless mammal from your home planet. A stowaway? Yes. This rat must have snuck aboard one of the dropships and made its way into my supplies. I am afraid I may harm it if I catch it, but it is also in danger here. Narrow eyes. Give me a boost and I'll try. What do you need to be boosted? Me? Pick me up. Oh. Strong yet gentle hands found my waist. Oh, okay. I asked for it, but I don't know. I don't like being touched. They lifted me high enough to see the shelf where the rat was hiding. I'm assuming it's not actually a rat. Can you shine a light? Yes. A beam of light hit the shelf. Thanks. I scanned the shelf, trying to locate the rat. Whatever it was hidden well to go unnoticed for this long. It's not a rat. I don't know what it is, but it's not a rat. They said rat in quotations, so I don't think it's really a rat. I think it just ratted itself in, you know? I don't know. Squirreled away, you could say. Can you see it? The light disappeared for a moment before coming back as a projection of a circle on top of one of the large objects on the shelf. I reached slowly towards the object. I could hear the rat squeaking. Is it really a rat? You can do this. 3, 2, 1. I slid the object away, revealing the rat's position. It panicked. I panicked. Even Forge panicked, causing the light to flicker. As I tried to corral the rat, okay, so I guess it must have been a rat then, with random pieces of machinery, time seemed to pass in slow motion. It tried to jump over one in an effort to escape, but I was able to gently snag it out of the air. Got it. Oh my god, it's so fucking cute! Forge carefully set me on the ground. That is the cutest fucking rat I've ever seen. Okay, so it really is a rat. Be careful though. They bite. At least, you know, wild ones. I mean, I guess some domesticated ones do as well, but specifically wild ones, be careful. Hello, son. Cat intermission. Cat. Hello, bud. Do you see it? Cat. Cat. Let's see. Ready? Cat. Bye, Bug. It's nice having you. Let's see. Alright. Forge carefully set me on the ground. The rat was clearly frightened, but made no attempt to bite me as I held it. Oh, okay. They addressed that. Oh, thank you. This struck me as odd. Okay, so it must be a pet rat. Does the pet rat have blue eyes? Because that's a bit weird. I think this might be a pet. Oh. It hasn't bit me. Fern told me they were harmless. I am sorry. I would not have asked for your help if I had known it may hurt you. It's fine. Let's put it somewhere safe. Forge fashioned a cage out of some of the bits and pieces in the closet. They brought it over to the desk and set it down so I could place the rat inside. I will call Fern to relocate this animal. I can get Ariel to put an announcement in the news. It may belong to someone on the settlement. Hello! You just missed the great rat capture adventure. Let's see. It may belong to someone in the settlement. Good idea. Until then, do you think it may be hungry? Oh, Forge. What do they eat? Rats eat pretty much anything. Oh, I mean, true, but I have some food on me that I can share. You were carrying food with you? It's not like, I mean, I guess I can't say anything because I carry granola bars around in my bag with me. But that's mostly because either I or my friend is going to get hungry. I'm the snack. Yes, exactly, per snacks. Exactly that. Yeah. I understand. Okay. Continue. Usually like the pack of gum or some granola bars squirreled away somewhere. Forge watched as I pulled some fruit out of... Fruit, though. Fruit. Was it dried fruit? Was it in a bag? Is it a whole fruit? Okay. Out of my bag and offered it to the rat.
Man is so freaking cute.
It happily accepted the snack. We both examined the rat for a moment. Fascinating. Thank you for your help, Envy. Anytime. Forge and I got a hold of Fern and Ariel, respectively. A member of Fern's team was over within minutes to collect the rat. Shortly after, an announcement was made via the communicators. Once that had been dealt with, I was finally able to talk to Forge about why I was there. I came to see if you would be able to help me with my laptop. The screen keeps turning pink and freezing every time I try to use more than one program at a time. I see. I know it's human technology, but if there's anything you can do, I will have a look. It is the least I can do for all your help. Aw. I really appreciate it. I don't know what I'll do when this thing finally kicks the bucket. I mean, get a space computer. That would be fun. Do they have Alienware with real aliens? 'Cause that would be cool. Imagine that. I mean, it's being held together by glue and duct tape at this point. That's a mood, I understand. Forge took the laptop from me and turned it over. Yes, I can see that. I doubt it will ever be able to kick a bucket, but I will get it operational. Forge, I think you might be one of my favorites. I can't say you're my top favorite because I do also love Zipper and I really love Fern. But Forge, I think you're one of my favorites because you don't understand sarcasm, and I love you for that. Because sometimes I don't understand sarcasm either, so I appreciate that. It's a figure of speech. Oh. It means to die. Noted, Forge says with squinty eye. Although, if you could make it into a robot like Homie, that would be pretty cool. Let us get it working again first, then we will see about adding legs. I don't want my computer to have legs. I think it would leave me. Or it would join my cats in revolting and go and, I don't know, jump up onto counters or something. I feel like my computer would have the personality of a cat. I didn't have the heart to tell them I was joking. I made a mental note to try to be as serious and to the point as I could manage for their sake. You said it keeps freezing.
Yes? Excuse you. Why are you eating the door jam? You weirdo. You're lucky they don't make paint out of lead anymore. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Can you see him? No, you can't. You can see him.
What are you doing, son? You wanna come say hi? Come here. Come here. Okay, well, don't yell then.
Rebellious child. Yeah. You said it keeps freezing. Perhaps the temperature regulator is broken. This is what I have to deal with on a daily basis. I don't know if they love the flag or if they hate the flag, but they're always paying it attention.
What are you doing?
I know my fingers smell like nail polish. I'm sorry. Oh, you have two Siamese. Oh, you're probably in worse shape than I am then. I know that Siamese tend to have quite a bit of energy. Luckily, he's my rebellious one. My other one at least tries to be, well, not obedient, but she's at least pretty chill. But I appreciate the camaraderie there. We definitely understand. Let's see. Oh boy. I feel like that's people's reaction to me sometimes, that oh boy. Forge, I relate to you as well. Honestly, Forge, you have a... Yeah, I relate to Forge. I did not think these had that function. They don't. I meant... That was a joke. Oh, Forge! Yes! Okay, yep. I love Forge. Oh. Forge looked over at me with what I imagined was their version of a smile.
Are you mad because I'm not giving you attention? You were perfectly content to take a nap in my lap. You could come up here and I'll give you attention. Going back there and doing it isn't doing anything.
Zipper taught me that expression. It means to cease functions for a period of time. Yes, exactly. He turned back to the laptop. I will run a diagnostic scan, but from what I can tell, this computer is outdated. Plain and simple.
Let go! Let go! Son! Let go! Stop! Stop! Why are you like this? Cálmate, por favor. Ay, amiguito.
Mi corazón.
Use a booger. You know that? Use a booger. Okay, no more cat intermission. No more interruption. I'll be with you later.
Here, you can have my left hand. There you go. Okay, so let's see. Outdated, plain and simple. Any idea how long the scan will take? I am done. Wow, that was fast. What's wrong with it? Well, okay, what isn't wrong with it? The keyboard is in good shape. That's the only thing not wrong with it. Great. Is there anything you can do? It will take some time as I will have to fabricate and install new parts. Hopefully, it will come back online. Hopefully. Do you have time to do that? The computer is essential for your work with the communication sector. As it is essential, anything that is not can wait. If you're sure, certainly. If you like, you may go home now, and I will bring it to you when repairs are complete. Unless you would prefer to wait here. No, I don't mind. I don't mind waiting. Let's stick around. We don't get to visit the forge very often, so the forge and the forge. Very well. Try not to touch anything while you wait. Understandable. Hands to myself. Sometimes that's hard. You could get hurt. Understandable. Right. I'll keep my hands to myself. That's hard for me. I really like touching things. I don't like things touching me, but I like to touch things. True to my word, I kept my hands off of the objects littering the desk in front of me. After a while, I decided to get up and browse around the room. We can touch with our eyes. I noticed dust collecting on some of the machines and storage units, as well as small discolored patches on the floor where oil had spilled. I wonder if they ever cleaned their workshop. That's rude. It's probably disorganized chaos, okay? I'm sure Forge knows exactly where everything is. They seem the type that just knows. They don't have to keep things perfectly organized. It's organized within their brain. Robot brain. Same difference. As I approached a shelving unit lined with spare homey parts, my foot caught on something and I soon found myself hurtling towards the shelf. I managed to catch myself, but in doing so, I knocked a few parts onto the ground and sent a cloud of dust into the air. Envy, you had one job, and that one job was don't touch anything. You're not allowed in the forge anymore, Envy. I am so sorry. I tripped on something. I started to pick up the objects and place them back on the shelf as Forge's footsteps came closer. One of the parts fell apart as I grabbed it. Oh no. Oh no. I tensed in anticipation of Forge being upset. Oh, narrowed eye. Forge held out their hand and I handed the pieces over to them. Can it be fixed? If not, I am sure I can find a use for the parts if I cannot put it back together. They placed the machine's remains in a box on the shelf. Are you hurt? Should I call Zipper? Oh, I'm fine. Naturally, as soon as I said that, I began coughing. Jeez. Sorry, the dust. Come, sit. I will open the window. Forge led me back over to the desk. I had a seat, and they stood by my side, watching with a concerned look on their face. My coughing fit slowly came to a halt as fresh air wafted in from outside. Perhaps it would be best if I bring your laptop to you once I am finished. Narrowed eye. I fear it is not entirely safe for visitors here. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, only if you go snooping around, Envy, but I also understand the curiosity. But then again, curiosity did kill the cat, and we don't kill cats around here. Humbug. I will walk you home. Thank you. I'd appreciate that. Oh, we haven't gotten to see the wildlife. We haven't gotten to see what this planet looks like. What? Oh, this is cool. Okay, is this like a reimagined like Weeping Willow? Because it's just like drops. That's really cool. Okay. As we walked toward the housing area, Forge always kept a few feet between us. There was silence for quite some time before I spoke. Forge? Yes, Envy? Are you aware that some of the humans have been referring to you as male? Yes. Does it bother you? I am not male. I am not female. I have no desire to be referred to as either. Mood! Okay, I will let people know you'd like it to stop. I'm sorry that it upsets you. From what experiences I have had with humans, it seems they will assign a gender to nearly anything. Yup! It is in your nature. No, it is in your, it's in our society. That does not upset me. It's not in our nature. It's in our society. And language, yes. It's in our society and it's in our language. Language, of course, naturally changes with the society, though, so the more that language changes, the more that the more the society changes, the more the language changes, and vice versa. So, let's see. You sure are right about that. I have heard people use gendered pronouns when speaking about you. Does that upset you? It does. I guess I understand why people do it, and most of the time it's truly a matter of not knowing any better, but when they keep on doing it, it hurts. Yep. It upsets me to hear that their words have hurt you, Envy. I will continue to ask them to refrain from doing so. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Honestly, like, straight up. Okay, because I know I haven't said it in this episode yet. I haven't said it. I don't say it very, I mean, I don't hide it, but I also don't say it every single stream or anything like that. But I personally am non-binary. I use they, them pronouns, all that, you know. So, you know, kind of know more or less about what Envy is feeling. Kind of the reason why I really wanted to play this game, because asexual and non-binary. Also a person of color, which is amazing. I'm not a person of color, although I was, it's complicated. But wanted to play this game for the representation. But so, yeah, I definitely have some opinions that go along with what they were saying about some of this. So, yeah. Thanks for walking me home. Of course. I will come by later when I am finished with your laptop. In the meantime, please rest. I will. Yeah. Gotcha. Because I know, and then like using multiple pronouns is also perfectly valid. And the thing that bothers me when other people use a person's pronouns when they have like multiple pronouns is that other people pick one pronoun to use for that person. It's like that's not how that multiple pronoun thing works. That's not how that works. You're supposed to use them interchangeably, not pick which one you're most comfortable. You person who is speaking to the person, pick which one's more comfortable. It's like, no, that's not how that works. And it is, of course, dependent on the actual individual whose pronouns you are using. And it isn't preferred pronouns, it's the pronouns. So, let's see. So, thank you. Unable to do anything online, I decided to take a nap instead. Honestly, yeah, anytime I can't do anything online, I also just want to take a nap. I do everything online. If I'm not doing that, then I guess, well, now I play my ukulele. Oh, I haven't mentioned that I'm learning the ukulele in my streams before. Later that evening, Forge returned with my laptop. That was fast! Thank you, Forge! Definitely need my internet! They had gone through the trouble of fixing the shell as well as the internal components, making the computer appear almost brand new. Hopefully with a cooler spin though, because I mean, not that Earth laptops can't be cool, but I think Forge could make something that looks way cooler, considering some of the architecture and machinery that we've seen so far. Just saying. Wow, you've gone above and beyond, Forge. Aw. Definitely always ask for a hug first. Always ask before hugging. So, may I hug you? I mean, hey, if you ever, I'm taking ukulele lessons. Like, if you ever want to start up lessons, I can let you know somebody that I'm really enjoying his teaching style and everything. So, yeah, if you want some ukulele lessons, I'll happily shout him out. His name is Joey Helpish. You can find him over on YouTube. Joey Helpish. That's HELPISH. Oh, not afraid to shout him out. I met him on YouTube, so yeah. I love his style of teaching. He's definitely helping me improve way faster than if I were to actually have tried to learn it myself. So, for anybody watching this over on YouTube, hey, check out Joey Helpish. Actually, I'm probably going to link him in the description of the YouTube video below. Like, for real, Joey Helpish. If you want, like, not just ukulele lessons, just like music lessons in general, but ukulele is what I'm learning right now. It's not going to be like structured teaching. It's more like, hey, let's work on this today. And it's like, okay, let's work on this today. But I've been progressing amazing. Love working with him. So, links in the description so you can go check out his YouTube. He streams sometimes on YouTube. And you can find links to his website in there as well. So, I will happily shout out my music teacher. Let's see. May I hug you? It's okay if you would rather not. It's the way I like to express gratitude. I love hugs when I see them coming, but I love hugs. I am not familiar with hug. Oh! A hug is when you put your arms around someone like this. I gave the laptop a hug. I see. I suppose that would be alright. Oh my god. I freaking love Forge. I set the laptop down and moved to wrap my arms around Forge as best as I could given their size difference, or our size difference rather. At first, Forge didn't seem to understand how to respond to the contact, but ended up gently resting a hand on my back. Aww. We stood there for a few moments before I let go and stepped back. The big squeeze! I got that achievement, the big squeeze! I love it. Thank you again. I am glad I could help. I can't believe you even saved the stickers. Of course. I figured they held some emotional significance. They do. Honestly, yes. Stickers, buttons, badges, all of them. Yes. It's like buttons, badges, and computer stickers. They do. They remind me of people who are dear to me. Thank you. If there are any further issues, do not hesitate to call. I will call right away. Good. Well, I should be going. Take care, Envy. You too, Forge. Try to take a break. Try to take a bit of a break, okay? You deserve it. I will try. Honestly, all we can ask. All we can ask is that you try. Don't overwork yourself, Forge. Good night. Good night. I spent the rest of the night curled up on the couch, watching as many cheesy conspiracy theory videos as I could handle. Do you know that the Guardians were actually sent back in time to save humanity? Did you know? I sure didn't. After that, I switched to top 10 movies you must watch before you die videos. I had Ella take note of some of the better sounding ones for later. that's I mean, I can't say that's depressing because, like, you know, they're actually, I mean, they're not going to, I assume, hopefully, maybe, I don't know how this game ends, but I'm hoping that they don't actually, Yeah, okay, whatever. Blog post. The Guardians. My conversations with Zipper and others have given me a lot of insight on the Guardians. It seems they themselves, like humans, don't know the exact circumstances that led to their creation. However, it is a popular belief among them that some precursor species may have built them in order to spread peace and prosperity throughout the universe. Others believe that they were formed by scrap metal being infused with a soul. I prefer the former theory to the latter. Why? I wonder why they prefer that theory over the other. I mean, I don't know. Is it more comforting to think that they were created by a sentient individual, or that they manifested unintentionally? I guess intentionally. With great intention. Create with a purpose. I don't know. I guess either way. The pure fact that they exist, I think, is enough reason to exist. But I guess we're getting too deep into it. I have received many questions about them, and I figured I would try to answer as many as I can tonight. So here goes. How are they born? According to Zipper, they are constructed using scrap metal from spacecraft, satellites, and the like. Sometimes they even utilize pieces of their deceased. The consciousness is then uploaded into this form. Where's the consciousness stored while it's waiting for a body to be uploaded into, I wonder? Soon after, a mentor is selected to raise and teach them the skills necessary for their field. Are they immortal? No, they live much longer than humans, but eventually they will pass away. It seems to have more to do with their light, a celestial power source, fading than their bodies breaking down. However, a guardian can die due to physical trauma. Are they really pacifists? During my time here, I have not once seen a guardian cause harm to any being. Even when provoked, verbally or physically, they've remained calm and stood their ground without lashing out in any way. They even have engineered ways of producing meat without harming any animals. I honestly believe that they are incapable of causing harm. Okay. I won't question that. Honestly, that one I'll leave. I won't question. What do they want from us? All they seem to want is to help humanity thrive for millennia to come. They've seen what we have done to our planet and to each other, but they think we deserve a second chance. That's merciful. From what I've been told, their plan is to use this first group as a sort of testing phase. What happens if the test fails? But I guess we're getting too deep into it again. They will see how we interact with each other in our new environment before implementing a larger scale rehoming. How large are we talking? They've also been paying close attention to how we have adapted to their technology and are making adjustments as daily to help make this new start a smooth one. Their goal is to rehome as many humans as possible while training us to make as little of an impact on Neoterra as possible. I mean, definitely necessary, yeah. I mean, even just like neutral. Even just neutral towards the planet is better than what we've done to ours. Eventually, they plan to leave us mostly to our own devices, checking up on us from time to time. Why are they helping us? The answer I've been given whenever I've asked any of them about it is that they are simply following their programming. Whatever it is inside of them needs to help people. It's what drives them as a species. It's like how, at our core, humans are always trying to connect. I don't believe they have ulterior motives for helping humanity. They don't seem to have anything to gain by helping us, but they're doing it anyway. If anything, they're losing out by helping as many species as they have. Zipper once told me that they gave their own planet away because a species needed it more than them. Some of their kind have even been injured or killed while trying to help others. Fern, for example, nearly died trying to protect people from an explosion at a greenhouse. What were you doing in a greenhouse that it exploded? I mean, okay, I guess some fertilizers can be explosive under certain conditions, so never mind. Their old body was practically destroyed, and they were almost beyond saving. Yeah. I hope that this has answered some of the bigger questions you may have had about the Guardians. I hope we can spend more time with Fern. I want to spend more time with Fern, Forge, Zipper. I'd like to spend more time with all of them, but I think those three are currently my favorites.
You were caught on camera, ma'am. Hi, gorgeous. Lois. You come to interrupt? Hello, baby girl. You can come over if you want. Want to come here? Where'd you go? There you are. Hi, baby girl. What's the matter? What's the matter?
Please keep sending questions my way. I will try to answer them as best as I can, as soon as I can.
Hey, Lois. Here, baby girl. What are you doing, baby girl? One lap? One lap? Come here.
Be careful. She always concerns me anytime she jumps up onto my computer tower. I try to make it a non-cat zone because every so often she'll accidentally kick the power button and I'm just like, oh. That would suck. Okay, so tagged as Guardians, Terra, Neoterra. Posted 1 minute ago. Good morning, NB. What day is it? Today is Thursday, February the 14th. Okay. Already? Wow. Do you have any ideas for your breakfast this morning? Heart-shaped pancakes? Chocolate chip pancakes? Blueberry? Ooh, that is a good idea. I honestly, I need to build like a cage that keeps the cats away from my computer setup. Not that they chew on the wires, but every so often they'll unplug things, and I'm like trying to figure out what thing came unplugged, put everything back together.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You came to say hi? Come here. Cat intermission. Say hi. Please say hi. There you go. I know you don't like being held for long.
I try to respect her boundaries, so she lets me hold her sometimes, and then once she's like, I want to be let go, I'm like, here you go. So we respect each other. Well, I respect my cat's boundaries most of the time, and they sometimes think about considering my boundaries, but so Lois is a Maine Coon mix. I got them, they're both rescues, but Lois is a Maine Coon mix, and Hades is the closest thing to a mutt that a cat can be. I don't know what kind of cat he is. He's just my scraggly little gray guy. Let's see. Okay, so we're talking about breakfast. So something sweet. Pancakes. Chocolate chip waffles. French toast. I'm trying to think. Yeah, half me and Kun look similar. Yep. Yep, she's my big fluffy baby. Got my scraggly little mutt cat. But I love them both so much. One is my cuddle bug, and the other one is I exist here, but don't touch me unless I request it. So I'm like, perfectly valid. Yep. Alright, so NB wants something sweet for breakfast. Coming right up. I'd never really been a big fan of Valentine's Day. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day, personally. It is a greeting card and candy festival. I celebrate the 15th of February by buying a bunch of now on sale candy. I do the same thing with Easter sometimes. It's like, well, that's a lie. I liked the idea of a day to spend time with a partner, but that idea had been ruined by the over-sexualization of the holiday. Amen. Yep. Literally, it's just February 15th is half-price chocolates day. And half-price roses day, too, because I like to preserve roses sometimes. So, you know, hang them upside down to dry them out, and then you've got some dried roses. So, yep. Definitely, like, the week after any of those, like, candy and greeting card holidays is the best time to get, like, leftover candies, because I do the same thing with Halloween, too. Although I love Halloween. So, like, I'm celebrating before Halloween, and then afterwards I'm celebrating some more. Let's see. Okay. Okay, but yeah, definitely, well, yeah, it's definitely very over-sexualized. I mean, all of society has been overly sexualized, but the pressure of finding a partner for the holiday has also increased as I got older. Discounted chocolate the next day is always enough to make up for it, though. Thank you, Envy! I hadn't put much thought into what I wanted to do for Valentine's Day this year. Normally, I would stay home and watch cheesy romance movies. Or go out and do something by myself. Stay home or do something. I ended up thinking about... Oh no, I have choices. I don't know what to do with a choice. Okay. So we have to walk through our options. Self-care on Valentine's Day, definitely one of the best choices. Pressure is on. Who are you gonna date? I'm gonna date myself. No, I don't know. I know, that's why I'm like, okay, I have to actually come to a decision now. Okay, listen. Pierre is cool and all. Mr. French Canadian wants to be an actor, is a butcher, but it's not real animals, so I guess technically it doesn't matter that he has blood on his hands and clothes and smells like meat when he gets home. He's also the only human on the list. So I'm going to immediately rule him out. Immediately rule him out. And as much fun as Sarah is, he's the only human. He's gone. Off the list. Listen, we're in the space romance. We're going to... I think Pierre, it would be really fun to hang out with, and I would love to get to know him better. However, he is not on my top list. Sarah is fun, definitely. There is a lot of great personality there. I don't want to have to do their voice all the time, so that's my fault because I gave them a weird voice. So we're going to rule out Sarah. I noticed that Ariel isn't an option. Let's see. I do really like Fern. But of all of these options, of the ones that I would want to date, would be either Forge or Zipper. Zipper is oh, Ariel is married. Okay, I wasn't aware. That definitely makes sense. more power to Ariel. All right, that's cool. Okay, so it's between Forge and Zipper because I really, really relate to Forge a lot. The whole not understanding sarcasm and various references and I like doing the voice that I gave Forge and the music that Forge has and all that. I also really, really love Zipper though, because Zipper is really sweet and kind and has been like our faithful friend throughout this whole process. So I'm really torn between the two. I would say of this list, what I would actually do on Valentine's Day is just self-care because I'm all about the self-love. Listen, if it's gonna be spending the day with the person I love the most, it's gonna be with me. No, that's a joke, but also no, self-care, very important. Zipper or Forge? It is a hard choice. It is a hard choice. Okay. Oh, it's a hard choice. I'm just going to take a moment to ponder and contemplate. I'm not a fan of indecision, but I also like to think all of my decisions out fully. I mean, I'm very likely going to play this game again. But for the sake of the stream, Zipper or Forge? Oh, I spent time with Fern after the first meeting. Mostly because I didn't have the option to hang out with Forge after the first meeting. I'm gonna hang out with Forge. I'm gonna hang out with Forge. I love Zipper. I absolutely adore Zipper. But I think that Forge is somebody that I'd be more interested in. I'll be able to play this game again. I'll be able to play this game again. I'll be able to choose Zipper later. We're going with Forge now. We're going with Forge. We're going with Forge. It has decided. I've already clicked the button. I should have saved! Can I go back? If I go back, is it gonna go back only one option, or does it go back to the beginning? I'll save here. I can go back. Okay, go back. Okay, I'm gonna save right there. Gonna save right there. We're going with Forge. I decided to give them a call. This is Forge. Hi! Hello, NB. Is there something you need? Yes. I've been having some issues with my, I quickly glanced around the room, trying to find something to blame for calling. Don't lie. Just say that you want to hang out. My house. Oh, what is the problem with your house? That's just the thing. The whole house has been acting up. There's no way they're gonna fall for that. There was a fairly long pause before Forge responded. Strange. Yes. Very. Kinda wanna go with Zipper now. No, we've decided on Forge. I'll play Zipper later. I will be over shortly. Oh. I mean, great. Thanks. Until then. Until then. Forge hung up the call and I breathed a sigh of relief. Ella? Yes, NB? I told Forge you've been acting up, so they'll come over. Do you mind playing along? Of course I don't mind. Thank you. You're most welcome. A few minutes later, Forge arrived. They squeezed through the doorway and took a quick look around. I stood watching them nervously as they walked over to the main control access. Thanks for coming by. It is my duty. Right. Well, regardless. A tense silence filled the air. You could have just talked to them. You could have just talked to them. I do not see any errors in Ella's code. Nah, tongue. Forge turned to face me. I began to play with the hem of my sweater sleeve. Can you show me what is wrong? Sure. Ella? Yes, Envy? This is Forge, I don't have time for fun. I know, but they could have gone and visited them. You didn't have to, get them over here under false pretenses. That's no way to start anything. Let's see. What time is it? It is currently raining outside. Way to be a pal, Ella. We love you. The time, Ella. What time is it? I will preheat the oven to 350. Fahrenheit. I turned to look at Forge. They seemed lost in thought. That's okay. No worries about the tropes. I'm enjoying it anyway. I'm gonna complain about it, but I'm enjoying it. It is strange. According to my readings, your home is lying. It has become clear you did not invite me here because of an error in your home's programming. Yes, sorry. I mean, that's the fun thing about tropes, is they're cheesy and they're funny, but they still work. They're tropes for a reason. Everybody knows what's going on. Why did you need me to come by then? Well, I was hoping you'd be willing to take some time off work and spend the day with me. Forge stood in silence for a moment. I was under the impression today is a romantic holiday for your people. Yes, that's right. Oh. I see. Oh, you got onto that. Thank you. I'm glad I didn't have to state it all out. I apologize, Envy. You are one of my dearest friends, but that is all. You know what? That's perfectly valid, and that's absolutely fine. I understand. Another tense moment of silence went by. Perhaps you are correct in suggesting I take some time off. Narrowed eye. You have been working very hard lately. I'm sure Zipper would agree with me. Yes. I have not taken a break in a long while. Perhaps you and I could hang out for a little while, if that is what you would like. I appreciate the reassurance that it is still a valid route. Did I use that term correctly? Oh, Fort. I freaking love you, Fort. Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, I loved your smile. Envy. Have you been studying human slang with Zipper again? I have. I thought it would be a good idea to become familiar as you and I spend more time together. Oh. Right. What do humans normally do when they hang out? Oh, yeah. Oh honey. It depends on the people. Some watch movies, some play video games, others just sit and talk. I see. What would you like to do? I hadn't thought that far ahead. It's like I just asked for McDonald's. I didn't think we'd actually pull into the drive-thru. There are a few movies I've been meaning to watch. Is this your list of top 10 movies that you have to watch before you die? The morbid list? Okay. Let us watch one then. Ella? What was on my to watch list? You have been meaning to watch the following movies. Drive, baby. The Shape of You. So Drive, baby. The Shape of You. Saturday the 14th. Spoons. And 16 others. It is not a Saturday, but today is the 14th. Would you like to watch that? It's not exactly a Valentine's Day movie. What is it about? It's a movie from the 80s about a supernatural serial killer murdering teenagers at a haunted summer camp. Do humans enjoy watching their people being killed? Sometimes. I'm not a huge fan of horror movies myself, but lots of other people enjoy being scared. It causes an adrenaline rush. I still do not understand. That's valid. The suffering of your people should not be considered entertainment. It's not real, don't worry, it's fake. Why would you capture it on video? Oh, no, it's not like that. It's not real. It's just actors pretending. No one is actually being hurt. I see. If anything, horror movies teach us what not to do in situations like that. I don't know. I mean, sometimes horror movies are pretty much exactly what people would do in those situations. Interesting. We can pick something else if you don't want to watch it. I am intrigued by this concept. Okay, well, if it gets too scary, we can turn it off. I doubt I could be frightened by anything your people could come up with. I mean, is that so? Care to make a wager? I mean, I don't know if they're gonna get that scared from Friday the 13th. Maybe if it was like the Conjuring movies or something. Care to make a wager? What are the terms? Narrowed eye. If you are scared by the movie, you have to promise me you will take at least a day off each week. Oh, look at the stars in their eyes. And should I not be frightened? I'll clean and organize your workshop from top to bottom. What if they don't want their workshop organized, NB? It'll be like it's brand new when I'm done. What do you say? Forge seemed to think long and hard about the terms I had proposed and ultimately agreed. I'll make some popcorn, then we can get started. Very well. Make yourself comfortable. Forge, can you eat popcorn? Man, they don't exactly eat. I watched Forge from the kitchen as they took a seat on the couch. I found it quite amusing how they adjusted the pillows, one behind them so they could sit back and one perched on their lap. They noticed me staring. Your couch is quite small. I don't think it's really meant for someone of your stature. I hope you don't mind me having to cuddle up to you so we can both fit. Okay. What, would that be considered strange for your people? No, not really. Some may even see it as romantic, but friends cuddle too. I see. With the popcorn finished, I joined Forge in the living room. Forge offered to take the bowl from me so I could get comfortable on the couch. I adjusted my pillow, wrapped myself in a blanket, and curled up in what space I had left around Forge. Forge returned the popcorn bowl to me. Ella, could you dim the lights, please? Of course. Would you like me to start the movie as well? Keep in mind, Forge is like 8 to 9 feet tall. I know. I'm aware. I looked up at Forge. Ready? When you are. Okay. Ella, that would be great. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the film. Oh, I'm sure we will. The movie began with a group of teenagers on their way to Camp Mineral Lake, a summer camp where mysterious goings-on had been taking place since a child died there many years prior. The group of teens was hopelessly lost, so they stopped in the next town for directions. Camp Mineral Lake? Ain't that where that kid died? It's about 25 miles from here. Jock guy. Thanks, man. I wouldn't go there if I were you. You'll die! Oh no! Don't worry, babe. They're just messing with us. No, seriously, you'll die. Yep, she's right. You will die. Horribly. Ha! Funny. Let's go, guys. As they left the gas station, the teens ran into the town weirdo. He'll get you! He'll get you all! Man, this whole town is in on this joke. Maybe they aren't joking. And we're going to all be murdered by some random hillbilly or something like that? Yeah, right. Why are they ignoring the townspeople? They are very clearly trying to warn them. People in horror movies don't do anything logical. You get used to it. I mean, if you were told that, I don't know. At some point during the last leg of their drive, the smart girl noticed a figure in the woods. As she turned to look for the figure out the back window of the car, it had vanished. They set up in the counselor's cabin once they arrived. They were the only people at the camp for whatever reason. Hollywood magic. Cut to them all splashing around in the lake. The funny dude disappeared under the water suddenly, and everyone understandably panicked. But surprise, he was just pretending to have been dragged under. I noticed Forge seemed tense during that scene. Are you okay? Want to stop? I thought he had drowned like the child in the backstory. I am glad that he was okay. For now. Funny guy goes first. Back in the cabin, the power suddenly went out. The group went to investigate the generator. Despite clearly having been hit with some large object and broken, the jock guy decided that the generator was just out of gas. He poured what was left of the gasoline into the generator and nothing. I believe the generator has been damaged. I do not think more fuel is what it needs. I think you're right about that. Stupid machine. The jock kicked the generator. The group found candles to light the cabin. At some point, jock guy and blonde girl snuck off to another cabin. A painfully long sex scene ensued, causing both me and Forge to become uneasy. Meh. So, how are you liking the movie so far? Other than this particular scene that's going on. It is interesting, to say the least. I must agree with what you said earlier about there being no logic to their decisions. Right. Just wait until the killing starts. It gets worse. After saying that, I turned to look back at the screen. The two were finally done. Blonde girl left to go freshen up, leaving jock guy alone in the cabin. The first to die was the jock guy. Okay. I thought it was gonna be funny guy. Funny guy's probably gonna get killed off screen then. The killer stabbed him in the throat from beneath the bed. From beneath the bed. Did you through the bed or arm reach up to stab? The implications of the killer's position were honestly more disturbing than the death. I glanced over at Forge, who was gripping the pillow in their hands. How are you holding up? How did the murderer fit under the bed? It is nearly on the floor. I don't know. Through the bed. Okay. Can you tell I haven't watched Friday the 13th? I don't know. Supernatural powers, I guess. Aside from the odd flinch or quiet noise, Forge seemed to fare well enough as we watched the group get picked off one by one. Naturally, The last one left was the smart girl. While running away from the killer, she managed to get to the car they'd arrived in. After dropping the keys and fumbling for like 5 minutes to find the right one, despite there only being 3 keys, she got in and locked the door. The killer approached the vehicle and broke the window. As the killer was about to grab the girl, he stopped. It was the funny dude, back from the dead. He had stabbed the killer in the back with the knife that had been plunged into him only a few scenes earlier. The killer collapsed and the funny dude jumped into the car, which wouldn't start because, well, of course. Well, yeah, they'd used the last of the gasoline on the generator that was broken. They got out of the car and attempted to find another route away from the camp. The killer began to moan and stir. Let's get into the boat. Oh, yeah, that's smart. We can use it to escape. They made their way to the dock. The funny dude was slowing down at this point. He stumbled and hit the ground hard. Well, yeah, he's back from the dead. Get up! Just go! Get the boat onto the water and you'll be safe. He can't get you on the water. What do you mean? He's the child that drowned. How do you know that? As the funny dude went to answer, the killer apparently appeared and really killed him this time. Smart girl made it to the boat and rowed it out onto the middle of the lake. She was finally safe. Throw me there too. Suddenly the killer jumped out of the lake and grabbed the girl, dragging her into the water. Ah! Even though I knew in my soul that the jump scare was coming, I still screamed. Forge emitted a terrified noise, bringing their hands up to cover their face as they did. Even Homie was covering their face. Even Homie, who had joined us at some point, let out a yelp of fright. Yep. It took us both a moment to relax. Once we had settled down, Forge looked over at me. Well, NB, you win. That was quite frightening. I do have many questions, though. Like, how did that young man know the identity of the killer? Why was the killer not a child if he had perished as one? Why was the killer able to get into the water? I thought he was not able to. Was that young man just guessing? It's bad writing. Yes, I agree. Are all of the films of Earth that bad? Well, there are some really good ones. There are also some really bad ones. There are some that are so bad, they're good. Intriguing. Maybe we could watch one of the good ones together. If you have more free time, I think perhaps I could return to work tomorrow. Did you have a film in mind? Well, there's a series called Space Wars. Wait, you're gonna keep them up for the next 2 days? Days after our hangout, I decided to pay Forge a visit at their workshop. The door chimed as it opened, and I called out Forge's name over it. The workshop was empty. Maybe I should come back later today. Well, yeah, you probably shouldn't stay inside of their forge when they're not there. First off, it's their domain, so you don't want to, invade their space when they're not there. Second off, you've already been told don't touch anything, and you've already broken a few things, so maybe wait until they're there. As I turned to leave, I came face to face with a tower of gray metal. They seemed just as surprised as I was. Envy? What are you doing here? I thought I would pay you a visit. Oh. This is not a good time. They brushed past me, walking to their workbench where an object printer was working. Oh, okay, sorry. Maybe another time then. I had one foot out of the door when I heard them call out to me. Wait. I turned back around to face Forge. could use some help. They cleared a space for me to sit. Thank you. What can I help you with? I am afraid I am unable to finish this piece alone. Ooh. My assistant is currently malfunctioning, and my hands are too large for such tight spaces. Oh, I see. You will have to talk me through it since I have no clue what I'm doing. Of course. Let me grab you the tools you'll need. Moments later, I was sporting goggles and gloves clearly not designed for my species. Forge placed various tools in front of me on the workbench, including what I guessed was a soldering iron. They gave me very detailed instructions on what I had to do, even projecting diagrams when I was confused. Once I had a grasp on what I was doing, Forge began work on another piece of equipment. What exactly is this anyway? A heart. A heart? For who? A human? No, one of my kind. Is it for Fern? Are you sure you can trust me with this? Everyone has to start their training somewhere. Oh, are you being trained as Forge's assistant? Because I'm okay with that. That sounds fun. Is this something you normally do? Tinker with organs? No, but Zipper insisted I build this one. He must trust you a lot. Yes. Is it for Zipper? He seems healthy. No, it is for a member of his team. Oh, I see. Do you think they will be okay? We will have to wait and see. I felt like I was holding someone's life in my hands. One mistake and it could mean complications or worse. No pressure. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be looked over before it's used, tested, and such, so don't feel too bad about it. Don't put yourself under so much pressure, Envy. It's gonna be okay. I can tell you are nervous. Could you show me the diagram again? Of course. Once again, the projected image appeared next to my workstation. Thank you. You are doing very well. I am actually quite impressed. Thanks! I didn't get very much further along before Forge had finished repairing their assistant. Thank you for your help. Anytime. I can get out of your hair now if you'd like to be alone. You can stay. I enjoy your company. Do you think you'll have time to watch a movie later? I can make time. Aww. Great. I was thinking you might enjoy this movie called I don't know how to pronounce that word. That word. Zoo. Is it another one of those bad films you like to torture me with? I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard it's good. You'll hate the design of the animal enclosures, though. Well, yeah, I mean, Jurassic Park, the enclosures don't work. I cannot wait. Earlier this evening, I sat down with Zipper to discuss my health and my options going forward. It looks like, despite our best efforts, cancer will win in the end. Oh, I'm sorry, Envy. While I may have been angry and upset about this diagnosis a month ago, I know that Zipper has done everything he is capable of, and I don't blame him for what's to come. I wish I could keep blogging about my time on Neoterra, but I think it's time for me to say goodbye and spend the rest of whatever time I have left focusing on myself. So thank you all for coming along on this journey with me. I appreciate all of your kind words since I started this blog, and I'm going to miss each and every one of my followers. I hope that one day you will be able to experience Neoterra for yourself, But if that's not in the cards for you, I hope that you're able to enjoy every moment you have on Earth. Sometimes what lies ahead is bleak, and you might wonder, what's the point? Sometimes you might think that you've had no impact on anything or anyone, and that you're not worth remembering. Even if you're not written about in history books and no songs are sung for you, I assure you that someone will cherish the memories of you. They will remember how you impacted their life. You will impact so many lives during your time, more than you'll ever fully realize. Someone will care when you are gone. I promise you that. So don't give up on living. Please keep fighting through all the shit life throws at you and enjoy the good times when you have them. You may not get a guardian of your own, but know that I'll be watching over each and every one of you, doing my best to guide you towards a brighter future, filled with all of the love and happiness you've shown me. Thank you again for everything. All the best. NB Clark. Tagged as goodbye. Posted 1 minute ago. Oh. I regret to inform you all that our friend NB is no longer with us. They put up a long fight, but in the end, they decided it was time for peace. Together with Zipper, we stayed with NB as their fight ended. They will be laid to rest among the stars they admired so much. Hold on. I have to be prepared. I have my prickly cactus tissue box. I'm a crier. Gosh dang it, I put on eyeliner today. Okay. They will be laid to rest among the stars they admired so much, surrounded by friends and families still on the ground. I will pass along any words you wish to send their way. I will always consider NB one of my dearest friends. I wish I had been able to spend more time with them. I think I will finish the films they had intended to show, and that way I may feel close to them again. They mentioned that they had saved the most terrifying films for last, so perhaps I will ask some of NB's other friends to join me. Forge. Tagged as update. Posted 1 minute ago. I like how Sarah is like really into it. Ending forge. Well, we forged our own ending. In loving memory of Grandma Lynn. Oh, lots of... Okay, I didn't catch all of the names. Gosh dang it, I was really hoping things would be okay. That was really sweet, though. I mean, I wasn't expecting it. I mean, I should have been. There are some happy routes. Okay. I just picked the sad ending. It's okay. It was still a good ending. It just was a sad ending. It was still sweet. It just was sad. Well, I plan on playing more of this game, definitely. I think, I'm trying to decide if I want to try for another ending tonight or if I want to save it for later. I'm going to be playing a different game next week. I haven't decided what yet. I think I might play something of like a similar vein, even though, I mean, it's a very sweet, like, this game is very lovely. Let me I'll hop over here. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm a bit red faced. There's now eyeliner on my tissue. I don't wear makeup very often, but I don't know. I got dressed up. I said that I was gonna mention this later. I got dressed up because, first off, well, I wanted to do like purple, black, and silver instead of gray, but nail polish, and then I just had to keep going. And then I did eyeliner, and then I was like, okay, well, I mean, I gotta accessorize as well. But mostly, in part because I wanted the representation, Ace colors. That was the whole point of, like, once I heard the name of this game, I was like, I have to play this, for a couple of reasons. First off, asexual. Second off, sci-fi, space, all that kind of stuff. Really cool. The art style, I mean, like you can see it a bit, like, the edges of, like, the screen and all of that. Like, if I switch over back to, like, my starting soon or my ending soon page, you can see that it is watercolored space theme. Like, that is kind of part of my aesthetic. I love that whole thing. So when I saw the art of this game, I was like, I have to play it. It looks freaking adorable. So because of asexual representation, because the color scheme was beautiful, and then I found out that the main character was non-binary, and I was like, what? Okay, now I have to play it. And of course, I wanted to play it for Pride Month, which, I mean, honestly, for me, it's Pride Month every month, so, like, I'm still gonna be playing a bunch of gay games as I go along anyway. Like, this is technically the last day, but also the last week of Pride Month. But the next game I have planned is also very gay as well. Like I said, of a similar vein. I'm gonna be playing Dream Daddy, because that was on sale, and I have it on Steam now. So definitely want to play that, because I've seen the beginning of Dream Daddy, but I haven't gotten to any of the endings. So definitely interested in that. I plan on playing this game some more. I need to get to one of the happy endings. I assume I could probably get a happy ending if I go with Zipper, I hope. Zipper, of course, is the very next one that I'm going for, so I'm hoping that it's not going to be another sad ending, otherwise I'll just be sad. It's like, what? My favorites are all sad. Hey, Dream Daddy is on sale on Steam right now. Like, for real, it's on sale until, like, I believe the 8th of July. But yeah, so I got, like, a bit dolled up today, firstly because, ace colors and representation, all that. Secondly, because it is the last day of Pride Month, so I was like, have to be fully wild, I guess. Not fully wild, because I didn't do more makeup than just eyeliner, but also because this is the the last stream of me as a 26-year-old. My birthday is on Monday, so the next stream is going to be after my birthday. I don't know if I'm doing anything, but I might do something either this weekend or next weekend, but we'll see. But so I was like, be special, like dress up and various other things. Oh, no, thank you. But yeah, so this game was so sweet. I really like this game. Like, even the sad ending was like, it wasn't just sad, because like if it was just sad, then it's like, oh, whatever. It was lovely and sad, which is why I cried, because it's like, oh, this is so freaking sweet. I'm crying. But no, I mean, like, I'm very happy with the ending that I have, even though I'm very sad about it. Dichotomy of emotion. It was sweet that we managed to get Forge to start taking days off. We kind of tricked them into watching a horror film. But then they had a whole entourage in order to watch horror films, so at least they're not alone in their temporary fear. But yeah, no, I definitely want to play this more. I would love to play... Zipper is, of course, going to be my very next choice. After Zipper, I'll probably play Fern as well. And I'm afraid that Fern's ending is going to be very sad, because I know Fern's light is flickering. So I'm like, oh no. But I still think that one is going to be a really sweet ending. So definitely planning on playing this some more in the future, either on stream or just in my personal time. It's such a lovely game. I'm so glad that I own it on Steam now. I'm so glad that I own this game. I'm gonna have so much fun with this. I love the characters. Like, they all had such great personalities that were different. And then, like, with the music was all wonderful. The visuals, like, I can talk about the sound of this game all day long. There are a couple of moments where it's like, oh, that was a loud sound, but that's just me being startled easily. But I love the great crescendos, and then the audio changes it was very nice. This game overall is very nice, and I'm not just saying that because one of the devs is in the chat right now. It actually is a very lovely game. I would highly recommend, even if you're not looking for this particular mode of representation, if you're not asexual, if you're not non-binary, if you're not a person of color, it is still just a very lovely game, and it's lots of fun. There's a lot of great topics in here. Because, like, I don't know, I guess I was expecting it to be... I don't know why I was expecting it to be lighthearted, and then it starts out immediately with cancer. And I'm like, oh, okay. Not what I was expecting from the imagery, but it definitely holds some weight to it. It talks about some nice subjects, and overall it's just very lovely. Definitely... This was absolutely my kind of dating sim. I don't do, like, dating games. I mean, I don't play the real dating game either very much. Hello, Bug.
You came to stop by and say hi. We're about to end the stream, so it's okay. Kitty intermission.
But this one, I could definitely see myself playing many times over. I want to get to all of the endings, try all of the options and everything like that. So definitely going to be enjoying.
Excuse you? Ah! Grandson! I'm almost done. Hold on. Hold your horses, son.
I had to go with Forge first, and here's the reason why. I related very heavily with Forge. They very quickly became one of my favorite characters because I relate to that. I am autistic, so I definitely saw some autistic traits in Forge, which I very heavily related to, so I was like, I have to go with Forge. And I was not disappointed, just a little saddened, but all in all, even the sad ending was very lovely ending. So yeah, I think that's about all that I have to say. It was a very lovely game. Anybody watching this over on YouTube, if you have not played this game, I definitely highly suggest it. There are lots of other, like if you want to get to know any of the other characters, you want to see any of the other endings, please play this game. It's wonderful. It does play more like a graphic novel experience, but you do still have the choices going through there as well. So it's a really good balance of that. So I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely my pleasure streaming this one. I'm very glad that I stumbled upon this one kind of by accident. I was like looking for all of the gay games over on Steam, seeing like what are ones that look really good and then what are ones that I haven't heard of, and yep, had to play this one. Yeah. Ooh, awesome. Ooh, I will definitely look forward to, I know you mentioned an update earlier, but I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that. I'm gonna have to keep appraised of this game and see about when any updates are going to come in or anything like that. I would love to play more of this either on stream or personally, but if there is a big update, I'll probably play it again on my stream. Not that anybody really watches these. I think you were the only one watching. But, you know, it's still fun. I'm definitely enjoying it. So I appreciate I love this game for various different reasons, but the representation is definitely a really big deal for me, because when do you ever see a character that is both non-binary and asexual and a person of color? Like, even just like one of those is rare, let alone all three at the same time. So, absolutely loved it. We'll be playing more of it. I'm going to, I shall leave my review of this game there. Play it. Go play the game. It's lots of fun. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. It's just a very, very fun game. It's very beautiful and the sound is really great. And I'm looking forward to keeping up to date about updates. So I'm going to leave it there. I stream every Wednesday. Take care, stay hydrated. Yeah, I have water. Thank you, Sad Body Cadaver. It was great having you in the chat today. Thank you for watching. Definitely my pleasure streaming, but it was great having you here. So let's see. I stream every week. I stream every Wednesday over on twitch.tv/agrayday. You can check me out there. I have my schedule posted. It literally just says gameplay at 7 o'clock my time, but it auto adjusts to whatever your time is. I post all of my streams over on A Gray Day, over on YouTube. Sometimes I am late at posting it. I actually have not posted the first part of this stream yet. It's on my list. I'm actually about to go post that now. It's fully saved onto my YouTube. I just haven't put a title on it yet. Come follow me over on TikTok if you want to see funny videos or just videos in general and occasional cat videos. You can follow me over on TikTok. I haven't been posting a lot lately, but I've got a bunch of videos that I'm going to be posting very soon. You can follow me over on Twitter if you want updates of when I'm streaming, when I've posted new videos on YouTube, and occasional 3 a.m. thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Whether it's here on the stream or watching over on YouTube, I appreciate you, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day, wonderful night, wonderful week, wonderful weekend, whatever it is. I hope it is wonderful, and thank you so much. Bye 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 bye.